Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD,
Erin, and Kat.
Welcome to season 3 of the Vampire Diaries. So off camera we just did a little recap on where everybody is. So yeah, what storyline from where we kind of left off are you most excited to watch, to see how it develops?
Jeremy Dead People.
Jeremy Dead People, and weird double breed hybrid Klaus.
Jeremy Dead People. I think there's something, because it's not all dead people. And yeah, Klaus. But also we know something's got to go. I mean, they're not just going to leave it as they've left and they're going to go, no, something's got to happen in Mystic Falls. So
Character that must survive the season.
One, two,
person.
3. Caroline!
Grace didn't say Caroline. What's wrong?
Jeremy. It's the only bit of family Elena has left. They only have each other.
Cat?
I don't know.
It's fine, Caroline.
Thing is, Jeremy. If you're saying Jeremy has to survive, then by default Elena has to survive.
I was just thinking that. I was like, damn it.
See, that's
Yeah, but
why
I like
Caroline's
Jeremy.
the right
I like
answer.
Jeremy more than Elena. So sorry.
I'm just saying.
Well, look. I mean, we've just lost some main characters. We just lost Jenna. I mean, I think we've had enough loss. It's not fair.
And John.
I knew.
No one cares about John, Erin. Just you.
Do you know what? I'm going to find a John.
You
Fan
found
John's
John
fan
fan group.
But like a John discussion forum where we
John
can
appreciation
group.
That's the word, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not all good, but he was not all bad, guys.
So this episode is called The Birthday.
What sort of birthday?
It's called The Birthday.
We'll find out, I suppose. Cryptic.
So please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Remember that over on Patreon we're way ahead. Way ahead. I will put in the description just how far ahead.
This is the first house I come to, so I was just hoping I could use your phone.
Don't you have a cell phone?
The accent throws me.
Yeah. Go in your
I
house.
promise I'm not a serial killer. I just want to use your phone.
Sure.
Never trust
So,
someone that says
I
that.
can come in.
No.
I'll get the phone and I'll bring it out to you.
Good girl.
Kill this one quickly.
Oh,
That one suffer.
what's he gonna do? He's only pretending, right? Right, guys? Right, guys?
Well, if he does, he's good.
I think Paul Sutton's gonna be a werewolf if he returns home once a month.
Hey, Elena. Happy birthday.
So she just turned 18.
Yeah.
So she is now in charge.
She gonna walk into him.
Morning.
Hey, I was You heard me. You knew I was here.
So you should learn to knock. What if I was indecent?
To be fair, it's his house. I mean,
Yeah, but
What was that?
Nothing. Look, I gotta get back to work. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
also they don't know.
Thanks for dating.
So my mother.
What?
You do it all the time. It's not me,
That's crazy.
right?
Oh!
Yes. My friend here is a vampire. He's compelled everyone in the bar, so don't look to him for any help. I am. Now, you being the first werewolf I've come across in many a moon, pun intended, I need you to direct me to your pack.
Oh. It's just messy.
Feet so hard he blacks out Rosemond the Park, but then, when he's done, he feels remorse. Puts the bodies back together.
Oh!
Back together. Definitely still. Maybe he doesn't want to find him.
Tyler.
What? He's into you,
I did think that.
isn't he?
Trust me, Damon wants to find her.
But you kissed him. Probably screwed with his head.
Tyler! It was a goodbye kiss. I thought he was gonna die.
Tyler's everyone.
I'll be right back.
Oh, that's mean.
Oh. I know it's bad, but Devon is a bit sexier.
Tell me where you
I thought I'd never see it again. Can you?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Tension in all of these scenes.
More than I can watch. It feels like I'm interrupting.
Well, I absolutely feel like Damon now knows she must feel something,
Yeah.
but he knows that he needs to let her almost make her move. Do you know what I mean?
Well, surely he can't be sure about it because there must be a question of like, did she just do it out of pity or what? You know what I mean? So I feel like he's still doubting himself. Otherwise, he'd be a bit. I feel like he'd be cockier with it.
Yeah.
That's not small.
You don't want that. You want the cheap young stuff over by the cheap young people.
The thing is, ever since I came back, I've been seeing things. What kind of things?
Your sister.
Jeremy's smoking again.
Is the stash any good?
Yes. Talk to him, please.
You're screwed.
Oh.
No, something.
Something bad's gonna happen.
Hello?
Just go. Just run.
Leave.
Yeah.
Turn around, leave. Not cool, my retinas are burning.
Then don't look and run and leave.
Hello?
You don't want to know who's there.
Hello?
They are not your friend.
Oh my god.
No.
Why can't you just compel her to not give Damon any more clues?
He wants to send a message.
Oh, she's jealous.
Party planning. Thanks. Now leave it.
Oh!
What the hell?
Can't get on with your life until you've made a wish and blown out the candles. Is that what you all want me to do? Just get on with my life? You want me to make a wish? I just want to know that he's alive. That's it. That's my wish.
I don't think you do want to know that right now because of how we know it.
Damon's been tracking you without me. Why wouldn't he just tell you?
Because she has a habit of running in.
And if you don't want to get her hopes up.
I saw your closet.
Oh, I gotta go break up beer pong.
At this point, I feel like he must know something's not right.
Stefan. Hello, brother. Hey, Andy.
No!
You can move now. No.
Oh, that's nasty.
Let me go.
Ooh.
You did care about her.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I can't find my truck.
You should not be driving.
Be driving it.
Help me.
Yeah, drugs are definitely not going to be helping with that.
Can we pause for 1 sec? I just want to ask a question.
Sorry.
Oh!
We can rewatch that. Don't worry.
Jealous, petty Caroline is very funny.
Top tier.
So I love how she's using the compulsion for such petty things.
What do Anna and Vicky have in common? Why are they the only two people that he is seeing?
Well, what they have in common is Jeremy.
And that they are vampires.
And he loved them both.
Okay.
So they want his help. We're going to find out what happens when a vampire dies. Like, are they stuck in vampire purgatory?
Well, they don't have a soul, do they?
Well,
Which could be why they're stuck.
did we land definitely on that vampires don't have souls?
I'll be honest, that doesn't come up at all.
Okay. Because obviously in Buffyverse
Yeah.
that's a really big thing. So, okay.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to think out loud. I was like, I don't know why it's only these two. So he's literally being... Isn't there a movie of like being haunted by your ex-girlfriends? So he's being haunted by his ex-girlfriends.
Excuse me.
So he's looking at her.
I've already been there once with you, okay? And you said no. You shut me down. I'm not going back there again unless you make it crystal clear that you're...
Ooh.
Oh, they're going to have... It's going to be hot.
But I respect him for being upfront about that.
Yeah.
What?
Not
What are you
now.
doing here?
We're supposed to be in this together. Why didn't you tell me that you've been tracking Klaus's victims?
Because they're not Klaus's victims, Elena. They're Stefan's.
What?
Stefan is gone and he's not coming back. Not in your lifetime.
Note though that he was keeping that from her.
Yeah.
So she didn't see Stefan that way.
Yeah.
You'll thank me for it later. It's time for step 2, right?
So we're going to find out. Is he leaving?
What are you doing?
You know, drink too much, I say the wrong things. You know, I encourage bad behavior.
They just need someone.
Yeah. I think he needs them as well.
Yeah.
You're 18. You can do all this alone now. You can do it better without me.
People can't do things alone at 18.
Be interesting to see if she doesn't have to hold back like her strength with him because he's stronger as well.
Oh.
Stefan, if this is you, you'll be okay. I love you, Stefan. Hold on to that. Never let that go. I mean, just... Get my purse, okay?
Oh, you bitch!
Tyler, wake up!
Poor Caroline.
Wouldn't be the Vampire Diaries if it wasn't going wrong for Caroline somewhere.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I really thought in my head, who could be a villain for this season? I did think, would it be the mayor? Is that too like cliche? No, fuck it isn't, clearly. Does that mean her mum's told on her, or was she just suspicious?
Yeah, that's the question, is how did she find out?
Oh, I'm mad, guys.
Something I haven't picked up on before, but I did then, is obviously I knew that was coming at the end of the episode. Earlier on, when Caroline and Tyler were outside the grill, and she said, your mum's being weird with me, and he said, oh, it's because she thinks we're dating. I'm suddenly like, oh, or does she suspect that you're a vampire?
What did she do to her purse to make it?
Vervain.
What, like sprinkled it on the purse?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just so that if she reacted, then...
Just because I haven't seen that before. Like, we've seen people eat it or drink it or wear it, but I haven't seen it like rubbed on material that then someone would touch and go, it's that.
So
So
throw like a vervain drink at a vampire, like, how dare you? And
smell.
I think,
But I haven't
when
seen it on like
they-
a fabric, you know.
when they took on Elijah, the first time, they had Vervain grenades that Alaric had made in a liquid in it.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen, like, where they touch the purse, where
Yeah.
Caroline touched her purse, I haven't seen it rubbed on any fabric, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I just was like, what's that?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Can we just say, ew, Mrs. Lockwood, how gross waiting for your son to finish having sex, stalking their activities, and then waiting for her to leave.
well,
Ew.
it didn't look like it was a quiet affair.
Even more, like,
Yeah,
you've got
ew.
a big enough house, go into the room, get some earplugs. Ew.
Tyler's not going to know that she's missing because she's walked out in the morning and he, like, how long is it going to be until he realises that actually she's not around?
Oh, he was really happy in like a sense of.
In many ways.
I didn't mean it in the
Oh,
gross
you
way.
hope they were going to have a happy ending.
Oh, you're a smug little bitch, you are.
We don't know because, okay, so the mayor mum, does she know about Tyler being a werewolf?
No.
And do
We
we know
don't
what the
know.
council feels or knows about werewolves?
We don't
So
know.
it hasn't come up yet. We don't know what
We
they know.
don't know.
But that's what I mean. If Tyler finds out, and I don't, does Tyler know about the council?
We don't know.
Basically,
Yes, I believe Tyler does know about the council.
Oh, because they all know about the council. So
Yeah.
if Caroline's told him it, they can fine.
But that's what I mean. It's going to be interesting to find out if he's like, well, Mum, I'm a fucking werewolf, so stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Like, and, you know, I'm into Caroline, so let her go. Like, I don't know. It's interesting because at the moment the mum might think that her son can do no wrong and is human. So it'd just be interesting if she finds out she's going to be going through a similar experience to Liz. Maybe, like, will she be in denial? Will she accept
It'd be
him?
interesting to see what the council does know, because Liz knows, because Caroline told Matt everything and he was passing it on to Liz.
Yeah.
So it's what has she shared,
Oh, it's Matt's.
which I would say she hasn't, because she hasn't told them about Caroline. So
So yeah, there's that question. How did she find out?
So then she's maybe it's just that she's suspected, which is why she's done the Vervain test.
Yeah, so we obviously saw Caroline and Tyler get together.
I'm happy with that little couple. That's
I am. I think we just need to have a little chat with Caroline though, that we don't call other girls slutty.
Yes. Yes.
And the thing is, I wouldn't, when I watched that at the time it came out, have ever questioned that.
Yeah. But now
I'm like,
girls shouldn't be putting down other girls. Yeah.
Yeah. So Stefan, I find Stefan so much more attractive like this.
Well, of course you do. We know that you're attracted to Psycho.
I
So
said
that's
that.
gone up.
I said
Yeah.
that as well though. But actually, really great acting in that you can really feel, now looking at how he was, how as an actor he's been portraying a suppressed kind of side of a character that he hasn't been able to let out yet.
It's the
Yeah.
same with like when she plays Elena or Catherine. It's like the energy of like a predator or versus like old Stefan as we knew him was just warmer energy, just a warmer, gentler, more trustworthy energy. Whereas this is a bit more feral on the edge, and you don't know whether they're gonna kiss you or kill you.
I have never felt like necessarily a warm energy from Stefan, and I think that is because of how well it's played, that there's always a guard and a bit of like a untruth from him because he's having to hold back.
He's not true to himself.
Yeah,
Interesting.
the Ripper.
Yeah.
And it's when you see that there, I'm thinking, wow, season 1 and 2 acting.
Well, I think
How
that's where you
good.
see the difference. The fact that Damon, yes, does bad things, but he has control of his vampirism. He can feed and not kill. He can choose when to feed, whereas like Stefan goes off the deep end. And so Damon is more true to himself because he can do that comfortably, whereas Stefan has suppressed it so much that he can't be true to himself because he's having to suppress.
Stefan's like an all or nothing, whereas Damon can live in the happy medium of balancing who he is as a person as well as his animalistic nature, whereas Stefan, it seems like it's literally one or the other.
But the desperation to want to be. That, oh my god, that really got me. That made me cry.
We should get Stefan on the phone, or
Yeah.
I think he did such great acting there without saying anything
It's
to
all
just
in
show
his
you how
face in his eyes,
much he's trying to just cling
Yeah.
to something.
and that Klaus was right. There is that little bit. He is holding on to it.
Yeah.
And he's doing
Yeah.
it for a different purpose.
Well, I think it's obvious, even to Klaus, that he hasn't given up on family, because why not let Klaus deal with it? Why did he have to go?
Yeah.
Mm.
That was that.
It's protecting Damon.
We, like you said, that was the test, and we all knew straight away that was.
Mm.
So he's like, "Oh, I'll do it."
But I think if you're Klaus, you're thinking, but the fact that you still care is useful to me.
Oh,
Because I
Oh,
still have
yeah.
something I can hold over you.
Oh,
You
for
care about your
sure.
brother.
Yeah.
yeah, because now he can't. It reminds me, he can't walk away.
Mm.
And because as much as you might think, okay, I was like, oh well, it's, you know, it's a bit of you enjoying this. He doesn't want a friend. He wants an underling.
Mm.
Because I think also with the Klaus and Stefan thing, Damon, it's that if you're Klaus, as far as you know, Elena is dead. So the only person left to Stefan is Damon. And if Damon's dead, you've got nothing to hold over him.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to reveal to Klaus that Elena's alive.
No.
Mm.
So speaking of Klaus, we saw, or he said what he's trying to do.
Oh, yeah, he's supremacist. He's trying to make a super race.
But we asked this question, and we said, Tyler is a werewolf.
Yeah.
If he was, could he be turned into a vampire? And I feel like you gave us a reason why that wasn't the case. I can't remember what episode it was on.
If he was turned by a vampire, he would only be a vampire.
Or he would just.
He wouldn't become a hybrid.
Oh, hang on, that was your reasoning, because what you said was he died, and in dying, the werewolf died, and he then... Right, okay, that was the reasoning. Oh, and so Klaus is experimenting.
There will be more answers with Klaus and how and why and what with him.
I feel like I'm gonna need like a wiki helps article on like what the stages of this happening once we've got past that, because knowing us, it's gonna be explained.
Yeah.
And then we'll be
We're
like,
just impatient for it now.
how? And we're gonna hash back over it.
Also, Klaus's werewolf, he was a vampire. Again, we don't know how that he's original, but he's been made. But his werewolf part had not been triggered by. He had murdered and then had a full moon, even though he'd murdered loads of people as a vampire. But that part of him was being suppressed by magic, and that's the curse that he needed to break, right?
I believe what was told was that they became vampires. That hasn't been fully explained to us yet. But then Klaus killed because they're vampires. And that triggered his werewolf curse, which is where it was discovered that he was not his father's son.
But his werewolf curse couldn't come out.
And then the curse was put on to suppress that.
Oh, so he had... Okay. Oh. I thought his werewolf curse had never come out before.
No, it
Like
had.
it. Oh, I see.
And that's how it was discovered
Ew.
that he was from a different bloodline.
Ooh, it sounds like either in this or the originals we're getting a shit ton of family drama. As if there isn't enough family drama going on. Talking of family drama, the sexual tension is at a aggressive point that I don't feel like... I feel like I'm intruding into some scenes whenever...
Damon and Elena.
I'm not on board with it, but also I think they could be a good pairing, but it's not.
It's too
It's
soon.
icky. It's not gonna.
It's not the right
Vicky,
time.
It's icky.
It's too soon. It's because we're still holding out a hope, and you're literally seeing Stefan doing all this effort
For both of
for
them.
both of them. So that's too raw. It's still too... Even though he's gone, it's not... No, that would... And she would be an absolute bitch if she literally was just like, oh, forget that, I'm going to go with you. So I think the sexual tension is fantastic, and the acting is really, really good. But if anything is to come of that, in order for me to not hate both of them, it would have to be some time before
I feel
could
like
happen.
Elena definitely feels like she has a bond with Damon. She completely trusts him. I think she's in denial about other feelings for Damon. And Damon, like I said, I feel like he now thinks there's something there on her side, but this is not the time and place to go there. And I think he also knows she's in love with Stefan, so even if there is something, it's not overriding that, so there's no point in pushing this. Or because even though before he was teasing with it, I think now it's kind of confirmed. It's like, I can't push this right now. I also would say he gave her, for her birthday, he gave her back the necklace that Stefan had given her, because he knew how important it was. And he has hidden from her Stefan's behaviour so that she doesn't think badly of him.
And those are the things where you're like, oh, fuck, he really does love her.
Yeah, because
And
he
his
could
brother.
quite easily
I
not be
know.
looking for his brother. He could use this entire scenario to his advantage
Or
to get closer to Elena.
He could be saying, look how terrible he is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
look how good I'm being.
Yeah, he could manipulate the situation if he wanted to, but he's not.
And yeah, like you said, he does. He loves Stefan.
Yeah.
There is no scenario by which any of them can actually be happy. Is how I'm what I'm concerned about.
We lost Andy.
Oh, poor Andy.
No, I want to go back, and we should. Do you know what? It's fine because she's technically still in this season.
Yeah, no, I still. Where did we put her?
You put her in the meh.
Yeah, no, Mare, but she's cool. But Mare, but yeah, like she did serve a purpose. But I feel bad for her.
The
Yeah,
problem is, she's gonna next season when we're doing this. She's gonna have to be Mare too.
yeah.
She's gonna have to remain
Again,
a Mare.
And I'm okay with that. Mare is not an insult. I don't mean it that way.
The only insult is the bin.
It was that
They
she...
deserve to get bit.
We saw the dynamic between her and Damon, and even though we can say it's not real in some aspects because he took her fear away, but the fact that he doesn't constantly compel her to do what he wants, like a puppet, like a toy, because like when he said about getting more champagne and she said no, you know, she can clap back at him and he takes it, and
It was more real in other ways.
Yeah.
You know?
in a way I think he was enjoying almost having a real relationship,
Yeah.
and that's why he wasn't compelling her over stuff like that. It was, you're not scared of me, you keep my secrets.
I don't think that Stefan needed to kill her though. Could have just had a chat.
Also, I am curious as to just my brain, when he said you can now move, he didn't say you can now move forward. He said you can move, which meant she could have held onto the sides. Why did she take a step?
You don't know what it could be like, when I say you can move, you're going to take a step forward.
That's true.
It's like
Okay.
walking her off the plank.
Plus,
Right.
I've always wondered just how kind of precariously she was balanced, so any movement was going to tip her.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But it's because her leg actually
Yeah.
stepped forward. Oh.
And the way he
Poor
pinned
woman.
Damon, like, and the way
Like, you
for
would
me,
watch this.
Damon
the
went.
way he went straight to her. I was like, oh, he wasn't like, damn, another body. He really.
No, yeah, he
and
did.
when he
I
got
think he
back,
did
and
care
he
about her.
just
I think he did.
and guilt, because he'll be feeling like that was because of me. She didn't have to be involved.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because the dynamic is now we are able to see more of Damon's humanity and less of Stefan's. So it's actually like you're seeing the sides of them that you hadn't actually seen before.
I think for Stefan, it was a bit of, I need to make a statement of that I'm bad now and how bad I am doing something that good me would never do. But he's also gone with, in a way, the safest option. You kill Alaric, as in actually kill him. There's no coming back from that. You hurt Elena.
He
There's
hasn't
no
killed
coming
anyone
back.
that quote
You know,
unquote actually
yeah.
meant much to him, which sounds horrible to
Oh,
Andy,
it's
but
so the very difficult thing when having to not just watch but like analyze this show is writing off some people's deaths as permissible,
Yeah.
and it's really uncomfortable
Yeah.
sometimes. And this is one that I feel is
but it's only permissible, as it were, from the POV of what we are following. That's not to be dismissive of that person's significance to their family and whatnot. We just haven't seen that, so
it's hard when sometimes you're like, I give a pass to this death but not to this death.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to keep
Yeah.
balanced and
But it's also a natural thing in our lives that if it came down to saving someone you love to someone you don't really know,
Yeah.
It's from your
It's-
POV.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're all-
It's a really, really long trolley problem.
It's a human emotion, you know.
Talking of dead people, Jeremy's still seeing them.
Yes.
And they need his help.
I'm glad he told someone.
And now I need to rewatch The Sixth Sense. That's what I feel.
Yes, so he obviously told Matt. I can understand him not telling Bonnie, only from the perspective that she's not there, so why bring her into something that she can't do anything about right now?
But also it's her magic that's done that, and the consequences of it, and
Yeah, and it's not like he's seeing his parents, it's his ex-girlfriends.
oh yeah, actually yeah, that's a fair point. But
I'll tell my current girlfriend
Yeah.
who just saved my life that I'm seeing my ex-girlfriends.
but also, if he tells her, she will want to help him fix it. And what if? And in the back of my mind, if this was me, what if fixing this undoes?
Me being alive, or
What if he doesn't really want to fix it? You want to understand it, but do you want to fix it? I mean, being able to see and communicate with people who you've lost.
just to say at the moment, two characters that I can't, not that we can ever see like where it's going, because the show's really good at writing in all surprises and whatnot, but two characters right now that I'm really like, what does this mean? Where are they going to go? Are they going to be written out? What does it mean for them? Is, well, three, obviously Stefan, we don't know, but Alaric and Matt. I don't know where
What their
they're-
roles
yeah,
gonna be,
what
yeah.
their roles going to be. Where are they going to go?
Well, we saw Alaric leave. Bless him.
Mm.
Because what's heartbreaking is his idea that you don't need me, and it's like they do, but you need them.
Yeah.
But also maybe he needs a little bit of space to grieve on his own. Like it sounds weird, but if he's suddenly like, and I appreciate where he's coming from, he's like, I'm no one's role model.
Yeah.
I'm not good for you guys right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs the privacy to fall apart and then pick himself back
Yeah.
up, and then he can come back for them to be stronger.
Isn't that
It's also
such
the,
a
like-
mirror of Jenna?
When you think about it, he's living with his dead wife's daughter, who is his dead girlfriend's niece.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
It was you're 18 now, you can do this by yourself. It's like, she just literally turned 18. It's not like she's like,
I couldn't do shit when I was 18.
time. Like, he's like, yeah, you got this.
I
man.
don't know if he meant that as a boost of confidence, but it didn't come out that
No,
way.
It was just the sort of like, you're putting a lot,
A big weight.
you're saying like she's got it, but I don't think she does, but she's not going to tell you that,
Yeah.
and you're not going to.
But also, he doesn't want to show his weakness by saying, I need to take a step back to fall apart
At
and
least
heal.
he still has Damon.
Yeah.
My interpretation of that line is that's his insecurity in that, because he said to Damon, I don't know why they keep me around.
Yeah.
And he was
No
like,
one
well,
needs me.
but the only reason to keep him around was because legally they couldn't live on their own. So now it's like, you're 18, you can do this on your own now. So
Yeah.
before you tell me you want me gone, I'll step away quietly.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a nomad. I think he doesn't know what he wants or what his purpose is or whatnot. And that's what I mean. But he might want a bit of privacy to, even though he wouldn't say it, he might need a bit of privacy to fall apart and ask those questions and self-reflect.
When you think about it,
And
his
come
purpose was finding out what happened to his wife and finding Damon.
Did that?
Sorted that out, and then he had Jenna. So it's probably like, well, now I've moved on from that. I can start an actual life for myself. And now that's been taken away.
He's probably not lived anything like a normal life since.
For a long time, yeah.
And he will always be in that world now unless he completely leaves it. But whilst he's in it, he will never be able to move on from any of it.
A bit like Matt,
Oh,
who
That's what I mean.
they've sent
Yeah.
him on the wrong path. I'd rather villain Matt than he's lost the things that made him pure.
what, his naivety.
Not the naivety, but he was even right at the very, very start of when we were watching season 1, really early on. Think about his interactions with Stefan
Yeah.
and how actually we're like, he is a stand-up guy
Yeah.
because he's not displaying those toxic traits that
Yeah.
we see. And in what's happened, his dealing, non-dealing, whatever's happened in these last 2 months, finding that out, that those good parts of him have been tainted.
Yeah, he doesn't have a purpose, and his moral compass is shot to shit because his reality, like, he's now just found out all of this stuff, and it's just a bit. I don't really know what's in store for him or what he wants for himself.
Nice to see him and Jeremy though.
Yeah.
Bond a bit because Jeremy, aside from the ghost thing, is also in this position of being the human amongst all this,
and he can't feel close to Tyler right now, so he needs kind of a bro or someone to.
I think his closest people. Elena's got a lot going on. Tyler and Caroline, he feels he can't be right now, which is understandable.
I didn't like the kiss,
the birthday kiss. Yes, I was like, what is that?
That's a bit like, that felt a bit like sloppy drunk.
Yeah, I think that was the point, is that he's a bit drunk, he's a bit high, and so he's just a bit like, hey.
I hope he doesn't do like a, let's go back to like
what's safe and
what was safe,
comfortable,
because back then everything was normal.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't see the storyline for him or where it's going to go in, and that's.
And when you
I hope
can't
we're going to find out.
The panic is the storyline ends in death, and
or just
they are
maybe written out.
I know what you mean, to progress someone else's story. Yeah.
I don't want him to become a pawn.
I can't quite figure out for a couple of the characters where is it going now. But hopefully answers will come.
Right. So that was our reaction to season 3, episode 1, The Birthday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.